hopping through the forest, the sun making everything sparkle. I love exploring. The way the sunlight filters through the leaves, casting playful shadows on the ground, fills me with joy. I know every nook and cranny of my meadow, every blade of grass, every hidden burrow, and every flower that blooms here is familiar to me. But today, I feel extra adventurous. There's a tingling excitement in my paws, urging me to discover something new. I think I'll venture further than usual. Beyond the meadow lies the Whispering Woods, a place I've always been curious about but never dared to explore. With a wiggle of my nose and a hop, skip and a jump, off to the Whispering Woods I go. The tales I've heard about this place make my heart race with anticipation.
The Whispering Woods was a mysterious place. Legends spoke of its secrets and the creatures that lived within its shadows. The trees grew tall and close together, blocking out the sun. Their branches intertwined like the fingers of giants, creating a canopy that whispered with the wind. Oliver felt a little scared, but his curiosity was stronger than his fear. Each step he took was filled with wonder and a hint of trepidation. He hopped slowly, his ears twitching at every sound. The rustling leaves, the distant calls of unknown creatures, and the soft murmurs of the forest kept him on high alert. A bluebird chirped and a squirrel scampered up a tree. These familiar sights gave Oliver a sense of comfort amidst the unknown. Oliver felt a little braver. With each hop, he reminded himself that every great adventure begins with a single step into the unknown. As Oliver went deeper into the woods, the air grew still and quiet. The only sound was the rustling of leaves under his paws. He felt a shiver run down his spine.
Oh no, what was that shadow? I should peek out from behind this tree trunk. It's a wolf. The biggest wolf I've ever seen, with sharp teeth and piercing yellow eyes. I'm so scared.
The wolf, whose name was Max, turned his head and saw Oliver hiding behind the tree. Max let out a low growl, and Oliver squeezed his eyes shut, sure he was about to be eaten. Max took a step towards Oliver, and Oliver squeezed his eyes shut, bracing himself. But instead of the sharp bite he expected, Oliver heard a splash and a yelp. He cautiously opened one eye and then the other.
Max is gone. Where did he go? Oh no, he's in the stream, struggling to get out. The bank is so slippery and he can't climb back out. I have to do something. Even though I'm scared of him, I can't just let him drown.
Oliver knew he had to do something. Even though he was scared of Max, he couldn't bear to see anyone, not even a scary wolf, drowning. Oliver took a deep breath. He knew he wasn't strong enough to pull Max out, but he had to think of something. He looked around frantically and spotted a long, sturdy vine dangling from a nearby tree.
I have to try this. Holding onto the vine with all my might, I'll dip the other end towards Max. Grab it, I shout, surprised by the loudness of my own voice.
Max saw the vine, and with a final burst of energy, he reached out and clamped his jaws around it. Oliver dug his heels into the ground and pulled with all his strength. The vine stretched taut, and for a moment Oliver thought it would snap, but it held, and slowly Max began to inch his way out of the water. Oliver pulled with all his might, his small body trembling with effort. Finally, with a final heave, Max scrambled onto the bank, soaked and exhausted. He collapsed on the ground, panting heavily. Oliver, relieved and exhausted himself, hopped closer to the wolf.
Are you all right?
Oliver asked timidly, surprised by his own boldness. Max looked at Oliver, his eyes wide with surprise. He coughed, sputtering out some water before nodding gratefully.
Thank you.
Max had never been so scared in his life. He had been so close to drowning, and the one who had saved him was the very creature he would normally consider a meal. He looked at Oliver, this small, brave rabbit who had risked his own life to save him. Shame washed over Max. He had judged Oliver based on his size and appearance, not realizing the courage that resided within.
You saved my life.
Oliver, still a little afraid, nodded shyly.
Anyone would have done the same.
From that day forward, Max and Oliver became the unlikeliest of friends. It was a bond that defied all expectations and broke every rule of the wild. They spent their days playing by the stream, sharing stories and looking out for each other. The stream became their sanctuary, a place where they could be themselves without fear of judgment. The other animals in the forest were astonished. They watched in disbelief as the wolf and rabbit shared meals and protected each other from danger. They couldn't believe that a fierce wolf and a timid rabbit could be friends. It was a sight that challenged their understanding of nature's laws. But Max and Oliver didn't care. They had found something special, something that transcended their natural instincts and societal norms. They had learned that friendship could bloom in the most unexpected places. It was a lesson that resonated deeply within the forest community. Max learned that kindness and compassion were far more powerful than teeth and claws. He discovered that true strength came from understanding and empathy. Oliver learned that courage wasn't the absence of fear, but the willingness to act even when afraid. He found bravery in the most unlikely of places, standing beside his friend. Together, they explored the forest, uncovering its secrets and marveling at its beauty. Their friendship became a beacon of hope for all who witnessed it.
Can you believe it? A wolf and a rabbit, friends? It's something out of a fairy tale.
It's incredible. Who would have thought? Their bond is a testament to the power of love and understanding.
They are teaching us all a valuable lesson. In a world often divided by differences, Max and Oliver show us that unity and friendship can overcome even the most formidable barriers.
The story of their friendship spread throughout the forest and beyond. It wasn't just a tale of two friends, it became a beacon of hope and a source of inspiration for all the creatures who called the forest their home. The animals who once lived in isolation and suspicion began to see the world through a different lens. It taught everyone a valuable lesson about looking beyond appearances and judging others based on their character. The animals realized that their preconceived notions and biases had often clouded their judgment. They started to appreciate the unique qualities and strengths that each creature brought to their community. The forest became a more peaceful and harmonious place as others began to follow the example set by Max and Oliver. The once frequent squabbles and misunderstandings diminished, replaced by acts of kindness and cooperation. The animals found joy in helping one another and working together towards common goals. They learned that true strength lay in kindness, and that even the most unlikely friendships could blossom with a little courage and a lot of heart. The story of Max and Oliver showed that bravery wasn't just about physical strength. It was about having the courage to reach out and connect with others, even those who seemed different or intimidating. And so the tale of the brave rabbit and the kind wolf was passed down through generations, a heartwarming reminder that even in a world of differences, friendship can bloom in the most unexpected places. Parents told their children the story, and it became a cherished part of the forest's heritage, a symbol of unity and love.
We should all strive to be like Max and Oliver. Their story teaches us that no matter our differences, we can find common ground and build meaningful relationships. It's a powerful reminder that kindness and understanding can bridge even the widest gaps.
Yes, their friendship has changed everything. The way we interact with each other, the way we solve our problems, and the way we view our community have all been transformed. It's amazing to see how one friendship can have such a profound impact on so many lives.
It's a lesson we should never forget. The values of kindness, empathy, and courage are timeless, and they can guide us through even the most challenging times. By remembering the story of Max and Oliver, we can continue to build a better, more compassionate world.
And so, the forest lived in harmony, inspired by the bond of a brave rabbit and a kind wolf. Their legacy endured, reminding everyone that with a little kindness and understanding, we can create a world where everyone feels valued and accepted. The forest thrived, not just as a place of beauty, but as a community bound by the strength of friendship and love.